Hello, hello. I just wanted to go over another past life regression. So I'm a hypnotherapist and I do past life regressions. And I actually got certified in 2015 and then totally forgot about it. I must have been busy. So I wanted to give you guys some more. What this was a different client who had a few lifetimes, and I just wanted to tell you about them. So when she came into this life, she could feel her heart started burning. It felt like a fire, and the whole village was on fire. She had come down from the mountains to help the villagers get out. It sounds like it was around the time of the Inquisition, right around when King Henry VIII was breaking up with the Catholics and made his own church. And so there's a whole group of them that came together to save other villages. They lived in the woods. Oh, it sounds like wonder I don't think he was real, but Nottingham, Robin Hood. It sounds like around that time, 1200. So it could have been before King Henry VIII. But then so they get people out that they could save. And they're out by the water, and she can she can just feel like how good it feels to be in the water. And her heart isn't on fire anymore. That will become important in a minute. And she had a husband. They were farmers when they weren't saving people. And she liked her home. Her husband was nice. He didn't beat her. In that lifetime, she learned resiliency, hope, strength, and she had a longing in her heart, and she couldn't feel like the fire burning in her chest was a longing that she could not welch in that lifetime. Then the next life, she is walking up a path. She has a dress on, and she had a yoke of water on her head. She thinks she was in Ireland. That's what she named the townish area, but I studied the Irish famine, so that's my own thing. I didn't tell her that, but I'm just telling you guys. She was 17 and she had a bunch of siblings that were younger than her. The dad walked out. She doesn't know where he went. And the mom ended up dying, so she ended up raising her siblings, and she was very resentful. She didn't like it, and she didn't like that she got stuck doing it, but she loved them and she wanted them to have a life, and she taught them how to read and write. Oh, so I don't know, peasants reading and writing is probably 1800. So the mother was really sick and she died, and the girl ends up taking them over. After the children get older, she moved out into the woods, and we came to her over a fire. She had and she was boiling water so that she could make tinctures of herbs. This one had dandelion. It's really good for illness. You boil it and then you add other herbs. There are also mushrooms that she added, and you boil them together. And somehow she knows which mushrooms can need to be eaten or can't be eaten, and she boils those alone. Her mother taught her some of it. And she didn't name any of the other herbs, but you cut them, boil them, dry them, add the dandelion, sage, and rosemary. You crush the dandelion. And she gave them away in little bottles. Everyone leaves her alone. She's the medicine woman, and her heart is happy. She is full. The lesson in that life was to forge your own path. Disregard what others think about you, trust yourself and your instincts, and stay on the path. Then the next life we came to, she was a Native American, and the white men they hadn't met the white man yet. They had heard of him. And there were tents and teepees, and they followed the buffalo. They migrated with the buffaloes the buffalo, and the air was very clear. She was an elder, so she was sitting around the fire with the other women. They called her Mother Eagle, and it was so powerful it brought tears to her eyes. She was full of power and knowledge in that life. She was also a teacher. She was teaching the ways of their tribe to the children. She had a child on their lap in one of the scenes, and she learned in that lifetime to be the teacher that you are. You have lifetimes of teaching to pass on. She is divinely inspired. She's here. She's on the right track. She needs to listen to her intuition and be brave. Take that jump. Every single one of the lives that she had showed her being brave, and the coolest part of it was at the end. She was born with a congenital heart defect, so she's had at least 2 or 3 open heart surgeries. And so we asked her, the subconscious, to heal it. Literally, I've been also trained in hypnotherapy, or in theta healing, so that's quantum healing. And in it, you're taught that there has to be a witness. That's very similar to Christ's teachings. It's through Christ consciousness that you do it. That's love. But I know a lot of people have issues around those words, and so, but it's through Christ, like Christ consciousness. And I literally watched her heart heal. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my whole life. I was just trying to think of something cooler. One time I saw a guy's arm heal. He had a broken arm, and I watched that heal. But we went, oh, she was just in an accident. I might be telling too many details about her, but I'll just leave it at that. It was awesome. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Tell you I love you. Thanks for coming.